Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Phil Cobble, Fine Homes and Land. When you're in the market for a new home or you're ready to put your current home on the market, trust the leader in East Tennessee residential realty. Terrific marketing history. Look at the numbers of sales he's had over the years. A-plus marketing prowess means advertising on this show. You get your house shown right here. Means you also drone photography, all the internet perks and pluses you can get. Nobody's going to market your home better than Phil Cobble, Fine Homes and Land. All right, breaking down the biggest issues and hurdles for this year's Tennessee football team. I want to move to defense. One of the things we threw out there, everybody kind of touched on this one. Linebacker depth. You get two guys you really trust, okay? Then you got questions behind Reeves, Maben, and Kirkland. I think you got good players there, but we haven't seen them contribute at a massive level yet. Certainly if one of those guys goes down, you've got question marks. You're also going to have to develop your front seven. You've got enough bodies. The question is, how do you utilize those bodies? And Mike, I'll start with you this time. You got a guy in Bob Shoop. In terms of a defensive coordinator, you got to go back Ken Donahue, Larry Lacewell, the big names. Monty Kiffin was only here for a year, but this is arguably your biggest name defensive coordinator hire in years and years and years. He's going to have to get on the same page with these guys and figure out who he wants to use and how he wants to use them. So getting that defense, and especially the front seven together, one of the biggest issues for this team.
Yeah, no question, John. And I think getting it down quickly and learning the scheme, and it sounds so simple, but so much of this stuff is choreographed in terms of how these players have to work together, how quickly they need to pick up the philosophy of the defense, and the depth is absolutely paramount. When you look at how Alabama won that national championship last year, it was by playing 11 guys. Now, everybody wants to say they're going to play 11 guys, but realistically, you can't really play that many quality minutes. So I think everybody getting on the same page and Shoop early on, John, to me, that's the key, because they're speaking a new language, albeit it's still football, but the dialect has changed a little bit.
Chuck?
Yeah, I agree with that. And I think Cortez Sapp gives you somebody that they have a lot of confidence in. And don't forget about the injury to Jalen Reeves-Maben at linebacker. We still don't know if his shoulder is going to be 100% or how long that's going to take to get better. So I do see a lot of that. And I'm hearing some things that Shy Tuttle may not be able to. He may end up being a redshirt. So if you're counting on that as one of the bodies up front, is he there or is he not there? So there are a lot of things, and Mike, you got to remember too, look at all the guys you had out hurt. And that had to hurt with some of the chemistry.
In the spring, yes.
I like the fact of what we heard that the players that were injured were being more like coaches on the field and learning the system. But you still got a lot of ground to make up.
Josh and Bob, minute each.
Yeah, Shy Tuttle, Jimmy Hines reported this week that it might not be till late July. And think about how long he would have been out if he does come back in late July, and you're trying to get him ready quickly. Corey Vereen, I think, is so important. I've mentioned him a couple of times on the show. I probably will again. But I think Bob Shoop really likes him. And if he can become a consistent pass rusher to go with Derek Barnett, they could be really disruptive.
Yeah, I'm not so worried so much about depth on the defensive line as I am at the linebacker spot, because it does seem like you've got young guys who are unknown. Barnett played down inside some last year. You can do that with these guys. You can move the defensive line around a little bit and still have quality guys on the field. I just wonder if at some point, if Reeves-Maben doesn't come back totally healthy, how good is your quality when you get into the third, fourth, fifth guy?
It's also going to be interesting to see how much of Bob Shoop's hype is real in terms of he's going to be bringing pressure from all over the yard, and he's going to do this, and he's going to do that.
Tennessee fans have heard that a lot.
Well, exactly. I was about to say, a guy named Kiffin came in here.
Yes.
But that has been talked about, so you wonder how much of that is going to be able to be brought to the field, and how much of that has been slowed by the fact that Reeves-Maben wasn't there for the spring. How much that's been slowed by the fact that you might not have Shy Tuttle. How much will it be slowed by that fact? So all that plays a role in it. But in terms of a defensive coordinator, people are really excited, and I have to give Mike Griffith credit, because I tried as hard as I could. Let's get a shot here. Tried as hard as I could to bait him into saying the word Chavis on his first show back. And he passed the test. Not once did he slip and say Chavis. I tried. I thought I could. Lacewell, Donahue, I thought I'd get you on the hook. I didn't do it.
I should have came up with Prowler.
If you'd have said Prowler, we'd have been good. All right. Well, we've still got the Clausen sign. All right. When we come back, history in the SEC. What does it tell us about the possibilities of Tennessee's record this fall? Everyone's thinking 10-2. I'm thinking 10-2. How realistic is 10-2? How many SEC teams finish 10-2 every year? Interesting numbers. Come on back and take a look.